mopping up, and here come a tornado. As soon as you start cleaning up and mopping up, it's going to get hot. And I'm going to keep the air conditioners broken. I'm going to keep the blowers not working. And I'm going to make sure that every freaking radiator is clogged up. You guys are going to lose all your wealth, and Europe is going to be sitting around watching like a vulture, ready to devour your ass. And all us melanated people are going to be cloaked under the protection of our light ships. And while you guys die, we're going to be sustained by the sunlight. And your little guns and all that stupid shit you got won't even work. So you brought guns to kill us, but they're only going to work if you point them at white people. Ain't that something? Ashe, Atua Kadi, so let it be written, so let it be done. You guys never should have fucked with us.
In the church, we used to sing the song, "Good news, the chariot is coming." Is that right or wrong?
You're talking about segment.
What we must bear in mind, that what's good news to one person is bad news to another. While you sit here today, knowing that you have come to hear good news, you must realize in advance what's good news for you might be bad news for somebody else.
See, that's the reason why the white man does not want us to recover and get returned to our God self, because that means that he would have to become a God too, like the original gods, which he knows he is incapable of doing, because he is shut down at animal chakras and animal instinct. And that's the reason for so much war and so much deprivation, so much exploitation of the women, because we are all vibrating under the white man limited morality. Okay, that's what it's all about. He has murdered his way. This man right here was in the seat of government of this earth. You better believe there will be no deprivation of no women. There will be no hospital that would tell anyone, do you have insurance? All that stupid shit. All of it would be gone.
What's good news for the sheep might be bad news for the wolf.
The good news for the black man is that he is on the verge of recapturing his position as ruler of the universe. The bad news for the white man,
he said he is on the verge of recapturing his position as ruler of the universe. Did he say that? He said, getting it back. Same thing I just said. See, they slip up and say things. That's what I just said to you guys. Their problem is that they know the true arrangement of things, where the black man been the true ruler. And they stole that from us. Let's see what he said. Let's listen.
as you will see, every precaution is taken to protect their leader at these meetings.
Just
the
like
Muslims,
they do theirs.
both men and women, submit themselves to a complete search before they finally enter the meeting hall. Some 10,000 persons attended the rally that you see here. All of them were searched. That's a search going on here.
And the reason why they're searched, just for all you dumbass people out there that don't know, is because someone still managed to get in there to one meeting and killed Malcolm X. And Elijah Muhammad, very wise, he knows there's people out there who would like to come into these type of meetings and kill everyone in there. He knows who the white man is. He also knows that it'll be easy for the white man to get some type of inconsistencies on one of these guys and utilize these guys to be a tool for him. Therefore, everyone coming in the building must be checked. Good job. Good job. Because it's the world we live in. And now you can go all around the world right now, and just like the other day at the marathon, white man done staged an explosion so he can have a reason to go out and harass somebody. This devil is something else. He would kill his own people. Fake shit, just like I showed you those fake demonstrations where they got white people out there faking like the police whipping their ass. All this shit. I'm just so sick of them. That's why I was sent here to kill them, and I'm going to have a lot of fun doing it. Just watch the water. It's not gone. I've seen a lady, and we just hope that it all goes. See, this is how dull-witted you guys are. You're dealing with the omnipotency of Asar. Your universal creator has sent me here with 7 cosmic forces that is ordained and encapsulated the elements of this earth to destroy the earth disturbers, the intruders, the Caucasians. And you guys don't have to believe it in order for it to work. That's really the truth about it.
This process began 3 hours before the meeting started. And shortly, you will see Elijah Muhammad, founder and spiritual leader of the group. His flock is waiting for him now. And finally, here comes their spiritual leader, Elijah Muhammad. He's actually Elijah Poole of Hawkinsville, Georgia. During World War II, Muhammad was arrested and charged with sedition and draft dodging. The Department of Justice finally dropped the charge that he had advocated defeat of the white democracies and victory for the colored Japanese. But Muhammad and his followers did serve time in the federal penitentiary for refusing to register for the draft. Here you will hear Elijah.
Okay, so that means Elijah Muhammad told them, no, I am a divine man, and I am not going to go anywhere to kill nobody for your corrupt white ass. Fuck you, I'd rather go to jail. Pretty much, I'm sure that's what it was. So they want to sit here now and tarnish him and tell white people in America, this black man refused to go kill for us. He is not a good American citizen. And all the white people in America should have said, I don't blame him, because none of us should be going to do that, because we're Christians and God said thou shalt not kill. So we'd be in violation of our own commandment. But no, you guys just make the rules as you go. So of course he's going to try to point the image of Elijah Muhammad being such a bad person that got indicted or arrested and accused by the white people of doing crime. But see, that's okay, because we all know that George Bush, as well as Bill Clinton and all the crack-ass presidents all the way back to George Washington, has always been engaged in war. So that means that all of them are guilty of murder. But none of them was arrested. Just like you never see any judges being indicted, okay? So, you know, he can say all he wants, but we all know who is the real freaking crooks and devils.
Muhammad, introduced by Minister Malcolm X, the Muslims' New York leader and ambassador at large for the movement. The good news that Minister X talks about here is the coming rise of the black man and the fall of the white man.
Everyone who is here today realizes...
See, they always say that, the rise of the black man and the falls of the white man, because they know they've dichotomized us and created a system where if we rise, they have to fall, because their system is based on us not rising. See, as long as we stay subservient and trodden and downtrodden and mistreated and waiting on them to give us something, then that means we stay down. But the minute we start organizing and saying, fuck them, we're going to do for ourselves. We don't want their religion. We don't need anything but to return to our own nation. That's what Minister Farrakhan, that's what Elijah Muhammad, that's what Malcolm X is all about. Returning black people to their self-greatness. All right, so we ain't got time to listen to nobody saying, he did this, he did that, woo, woo, woo. That gives the white man a whole bunch of opportunity to throw stagnant propaganda in the game. We're not going to point the finger at each other about who's right, who's wrong. All of our asses is wrong because we have not worked as a unit to return ourselves to our God greatness. And that means, just like they say, no involvement with this white man having a right to tell us, if you get a lady pregnant, I'm going to put you in jail. Fuck him. That's why I'm here to kill his ass, because we know he's doing that here on earth. And when I say we, I mean the whole universe, that you guys doesn't have a clue that you are that freaking connected. Because you think you're limited to earth, because you got white Jesus, and white Jesus tells you, all that you have is me. So pray to me and bring me your money with my broke ass. And the reason I tell you to stop giving them your money and to give it to me is because by you giving it all to them, we can build a nation of Islam. You just keep building more temples for Bishop Blade that's got you worshiping a white man who built the concentration camps to kill your dumb ass.
Is that we are now living in the fulfillment of prophecy. We have come to hear and to see the greatest and the wisest and most fearless black man in America today. In the church, we used to sing the song, "Good news, the chariot is coming." Is that right or wrong? But what we must bear in mind, that what good news to one person is bad news to another. While you sit here today, knowing that you have come to hear good news, you must realize in advance what's good news for you might be bad news for somebody else. What's good news for the sheep might be bad news for the wolf.
The good news for the black man is that he is on the verge of recapturing his position as ruler of the universe. The bad news for the white man is that his long and wicked reign will shortly be over. And following this introduction, Elijah Muhammad, leader of the Muslims, speaks.
The Christian religion has failed. Your leaders of that religion has failed. While the government of America has failed. You have no justice coming from no one. Right? Whereas it is written, like sheep among wolves. Every wolf taking a bite. You want justice. You want freedom. You want equality. But get none.
Following this speech, which lasted some 2 hours, Newsbeat reporter Louis Lomax interviewed Elijah Muhammad.
Here's the deal. They trying to act like he was such a bad man for trying to motivate us black people to start depending on self and getting away from this ideal that the white man really owns in his heart a spot where he's going to consider doing something to help you not be his slave. I mean, get real. Elijah Muhammad is the best thing that ever could have happened to black people, melanated people. And then these guys pop up, of course, and they throw propaganda in the picture. Oh, well, he got this woman pregnant, he got that woman pregnant, you know what I'm saying? You know what? Here is the deal. We got a government, a white man right now, who is perpetuating a circumstance where they give men the right to marry each other and prance it around the world. So who are they to try to attack our leader and say it's something wrong with him having the desire to copulate with a young girl? That is natural. Any old man on the earth should want to do that. Now, the fact about him doing it outside of wedlock or whatever, don't you understand that the God man on the earth is capable of making a mistake too? All right, it's just that simple. But that doesn't mean that this person is not ordained and capable of leading people down the road of trying not to make a mistake, trying to be perfect. I'm not saying he did that. I don't care if he did or not. The only thing you should be concerned about is what was his mission. What was he saying to you to do as a people? And he was saying to you as a people to understand your knowledge of self and do something about returning to self, your God self. So now we ain't going to sit up and try to assume or fashion in our heart that the whole nation of Islam behind the actions of Elijah Muhammad or Minister Farrakhan or Malcolm X or Sister Badaz or whoever the hell is going to be concerned that Harriet Tubman or who blew the last piece of cheese fart, all that don't matter. The only thing that matters is what are you going to do about returning to your God greatness? What is else on the earth available for you to grab a hold to and use as a navigational tool to get the knowledge of self back up in his head right here, that these guys right here work so diligently to extract from you? The only place you're going to find any type of compass, any type of guidance medium, any type of crippling, sustaining device to give your ass the sustainment necessary to return to your God self is in the Nation of Islam. That's the only thing in America. I'm not trying to say to nobody anything other than the fact that the knowledge available to the black man of self that's available on this earth right now in the America is with the Nation of Islam. There is no, well, okay, you do have the Moors, and then you have the 5%ers and all that, and they do talk about the same type of knowledge. The problem with that is that they are not trying to develop a nation. Because if they were, they would all be trying to get in touch